Hello everyone, welcome on back to Pallegney. Alright, so first things first, we're going to get that dropped, and I think we'll have the Veltra here. It's going to work on getting that field out there weeded. The one we just planted last time. I believe we put soybeans in it. We do have the one field that should be baled today. It's not like a top priority thing. We have hay. So it's not like a needs to be done right this second thing, so I'm not too concerned on it. Otherwise, I have the class over at the sorghum fields over there, because we'll likely try to, if possible, get those 3 fields harvested today. And before I get too far, actually, I'm going to bring this up that way, and I'm going to get this filled up for fuel. I know it's only, quarter tank, but before I forget and then it runs out of fuel, I'm going to do it now. It is supposed to be snowing right around 10 o'clock, I believe. 9:30, 10. Shows 10, so usually right around there. So I'm hoping we can get the 2 smaller fields over there harvested. And we can, get the trailer and whatnot emptied. Then hopefully we can get over here. Maybe we'll bale or something like that while it is snowing. Hopefully it's not too heavy of a snow. Yeah, I think the priority is probably getting the harvest done, because I know the soybean fields over here, they're not too far away, I don't think, from being ready. I would like to, get a move on, get the fields harvested so we can get them replanted. So I would like to try to do mustard at some point. Worker on that. I can double check. I think they're soon. Yeah, they're still a couple months out, I think. This would be the field ready first. Yeah, still a couple months out. 2 months. Oh, I suppose they do the center portion first. Yeah. Got the trailer and the combine over here. Well, I put the combine over here last time, actually. Oh, this is a dolly trailer. My favorite. That's sarcasm, if you can't tell. I am really bad at backing up a dolly trailer in here. It's quite painful to watch, to be honest. Doesn't really matter which side we do first. But we'll just get this going right away. Figured, why not? We need to get these done eventually. Honestly, these are such small fields, I don't think I'll do steering assist on them. Steering assist is nice on the larger fields, but these really small ones, it's not the best thing. You're constantly deactivating it and reactivating it. Like that field, that would be nice. Longer stretches. Yeah, I would think we can get these fields here harvested before it starts snowing. Hopefully, at least before it starts kicking us out for it hurting the yield. This is filling up pretty fast, which is a little bit concerning, because obviously the trailer's over there. It's kind of expected, though. Sorghum is one of those crops. It does fill up fairly fast. More likely, I'll empty the trailer in between, just so we have, as much space as we possibly can when we do the bigger field. Which we'll have to cut that one tree down again. I'm kind of hoping we don't have to plow it again. It's kind of doubtful. I would assume that we're going to have to. We'll see, but And I'll sell them. I'll sell that tree as well as I think there's 2 or 3 and over there at the main farm that came back when I updated the map. So I'll sell them. I don't think they're going to be too much. If they end up being a lot of money, then I'll probably take whatever money I get out. But if they're only going to be, $3 grand or something, it's not the end of the world. But if it's a ton of money, then yeah, I'll take it out because it's not really money that we should have. It's money that we are already sold. We've already sold and got the money. Now we're just selling it again, basically. Yeah, looks like this will be a fairly good harvest. I think that field over there is actually slightly bigger than this one. I kind of wish there was either a way or something we could combine them, or just to make it a little bit easier, better, I guess, to do than obviously 2 small fields. It's not the best thing to really go and plant. Or not plant, but harvest, really. Harvest is probably the most annoying part, just because you got the header trailer and everything in there. Planting, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, that field is going to be quite fast for fill rate, I have a feeling. Take a look at the weather again. It does not say it's going to snow now. Granted, it said 10 o'clock earlier. So maybe it's still gonna. It's just not gonna show now. So I checked before I started recording. Oh, either way, I'll probably just go and do some baling or something in between, just in case it does snow. Alright, well, we can get this field here. Well, I think I'm just going to do a really short time lapse. We'll just get this finished out nice and quick.
These people live for the night, chasing a feeling just for a high. And when I was all alone, I found you. Millions of people can't get it right, waiting for someone all of their life. And when I was getting lost.
Alright, so we are just about done here with this sorghum field. And much like I had said earlier, this is definitely a slightly bigger field at least. Well, like 40% bigger field compared to that one over there. There's a lot bigger difference than I thought there was, honestly. I didn't think it was that huge of a difference, but I did see the Veltra was done with the hoeing. I'll probably have that do the baling. That might be slightly better at it. Since these small fields I try to keep in line with this bigger one. I don't want to get these planted and then have the bigger one a month after. I try to stick them at the same time just because these fields are smaller. I don't want to have to send the combine down here for a small, 2 small fields. If I'm going to have the combine down here, I'm going to have it down here for that big harvest as well. I wouldn't mind future, maybe not right this time, looking to buy like this field and then combining this and just slowly kind of buying some of these fields up. Is that peas or green beans in there? Green beans. Oh, it's harvested, so doesn't really matter what it is. Well, well over 10,000 liters between those two small fields, so we'd likely be looking somewhat similar, well, far more in this field. I would assume it's entirely possible to get a full trailer, honestly. Kind of surprised it hasn't started snowing. I was really planning my day around it snowing right around 10 o'clock. It's yet to start. But we have other things we can get done. And honestly, when I drive by the bakery here, I'm gonna just get out and just start moving the pallets into the sell point. There's a decent amount of pallets there, but shouldn't take too long. $150,000, of course. I am very much looking forward to that. Alright, so quite a few over here. I think there's might be some to spawn still. Yeah, then there's a lot of flour in here still. So it's possible that we'll sell some next month, depending on the price. I kind of wish I could just push this whole pile right in there. But there's gonna be a lot of separate cells. Alright, so this is the last one. Here we go. Oh, up to $268,000, and we'll likely still have another pallet to spawn today. So I'll try to keep an eye on it, make sure I get over here and get that sold as well, because it is obviously a fairly good price. It is snowing much heavier than it was earlier now. When I checked earlier, like I said, it was supposed to be done hopefully by 11-ish. We'll see. We'll see. Honestly, I'm gonna bring the sorghum first to the large chicken pen. I'm just gonna put as much as they need in there, because that's the long-term thing with the sorghum. Well, it will just be used for chicken food. So as much as I would prefer, obviously, use barley first, doesn't really matter when in the long term it's going to be sorghum. It's snowing very, very hard. Not sure if it'll take all of this or just some of it. Looks like all of it. Okay. Well, that's not a bad thing, so. Alright, let's get switched over here to the hoe. We'll double check on this field to make sure everything is good to go. Yeah, it looks good. And I'll get this folded up. I'm going to increase the time speed. I'll try to get this snow to at least lighten up a little bit. It is right now pretty heavy snow. It's tough to see, and I know on camera it can get a little bit pixelated and stuff with the snow. So try to get it to disappear. Get that drop. Oh, turned into hay. That's actually good. I wasn't sure. I remember that was why I didn't empty the partial bale, because I wasn't sure if it maybe would turn into hay. I kind of figured it would end up being straw, but yeah, I can't complain. I'll keep the time speed a little bit higher for a little bit in here, just to get so it lightens up a little bit more, but it looks a little bit better now. Try not to miss much, though. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Well, what I think I'll do here is I'll just start a time lapse. We'll get this finished out nice and quick. So I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
Lost, I found you. When the night turns to day and the moon starts to fade, will you be there? Will you be there? When the sky starts to rain, will you run? Will you stay? Will you be there? Or will you be there? Right when the love runs out, world turning upside down. Not gonna let you go, keep you close. Thousands are in the crowd, minutes are counting down. Promise that you won't go. Right when the love runs out. Right when the love runs out.
Alright, so we're on the last strip for the baling here. Not sure how much we have for bales. It feels like we have more than normal. That might just be because of that one that was basically a full bale and it became a hay bale. Probably helped a little bit. So, well, it says 87. There's not 87 bales out there. I think in here we can check. Session 23. Yeah, I've just never reset it, so it's just says 87 because that's how many we've in total produced from this baler. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna drive up to the cow pen. I'll just unload it. I should have unloaded on the field, but this will work too. And honestly, it'd probably be best. That way we have a decent amount of food in there. I gotta check on the slurry too to make sure that's not getting too full. There we go. And what is the partial bale button? Why? I just put it all in here. There we go. Why not? Get it all in there. Could be a little while longer until we got to worry about them then. I did already move over to the milk and stuff today. I did that off camera. Let's see. Slurry. 82,000 of 100,000 liter capacity. I'm going to need to seriously consider looking into something. Like I've said, it really doesn't make sense to put it on the fields. Especially with the one fertilizer mod. So we only have to go over it twice, so when we plant. So more likely, I'm looking to sell it. I could get one of the unrealistic ones of these and just sell it that way. 200,000 liters and just do it that way. Oh, there's a medium capacity now. Huh. Just like rent it, sell it, then, you know, return it. It'll be a little while until they obviously are in need of it being removed again. Just one of those things I don't want to... It's tough to obviously justify a slurry spreader when with the fertilized once mod, it kind of just go over when you plant. And you're going to go through a ton of fertilizer trying to get fields where they need to be. Trying to make this turn is not as easy as it should be. You're going to go through a ton of slurry, obviously, to make that happen. Especially if you do the double fertilizing the first time. You're going to be going through it like that. It might just be best to sell it. Not a ton there, but still a couple $1,000, I'm guessing. Probably enough to justify the cost to rent. Like I said, I'd likely just rent it just so I can sell it. And I'd only rent the 200,000 liter capacity one just to sell. I don't plan on using it outside of that just because obviously it is rather unrealistic. Obviously unrealistic. Alright, so let's get this picked up. We can start working on this harvest. This will probably fill up rather fast, is my guess. But hey, we could honestly almost afford a new combine. We'd be looking at a class combine. Obviously, we already have the header for it. This would be 10,000 liter. What is our current one? 8,000. We'll be looking at this one for a 12,000 liter. Or you go way up here. It's still not a ton. 405,000 gets you something decent for an upgrade. Obviously, ideally, you'd go with the 8,000, but kind of stuck with what you got. You know, you only got so many options, and cost is one of those things. It will be nice whenever we can afford something, even if it's 4,000 liters. I mean, that is still a decent amount bigger than what we have. Really, it's only noticeable on these larger fields. I mean, if I do, at some point, let's say, buy this field right here and combine it, so we have 3, because this was originally 2 different fields. If we combine it, so it's 3 fields, and just make one large one, it would be rather nice to have a larger combine. I might want to wait and then do that. I just want to... Well, we might get another thing of bread today. So it's just one of those things I might want to just sit and wait. Where we'll have the soybeans to sell and stuff this summer. So it's not... I think if we wait until like next winter, we'd easily have enough money to buy the largest class combine. Obviously, fields are a different thing, but we could just keep, that a separate field for a little while, and then combine it once we get the larger capacity. And even then, once we do, I think we'd primarily do soybeans. I think I brought that up before. I think we'd be smart to do like soybeans and stuff in this part of the farm, I guess, compared to right at the farm. Because you're going to get less for the yield amount-wise. Obviously, price is better. So I don't have to constantly be, trailering a crop back and forth. Well, if it's at the farm, it's not that far. It's not that far of a drive to bring the trailer. So I would not be surprised if I end up having to bring this trailer up to the farm to get it unloaded in the middle of this harvest. I mean, we'll see, but it's already 70% full. Probably complete this lap, and then I'll start trying to come back up this way. Try to get as much as I can into one grain tank. Yeah, I think I have the fields flip-flopped from how I should. But I'll be sure to make sure I get that better this time around. The next month will likely be planting this field, so I'll try to put soybeans in them. Although I did talk about getting mustard in some of these fields. Because I want to do it to try it, obviously. It's a little nice, newer crop, obviously, with... It's in the Pallegney now. Came with the most recent update. I kind of want to try it, obviously, for pretty obvious reasons. It's just trying to figure out which field. Maybe we could buy one of these other fields and do it. Trying to figure out the best thing to do. But I want to try to keep as much as I can for sorghum fields. I'm not sure how long it takes to grow, so... Well, I think I'll probably just start with time-lapse. We'll get this wrapped up here real quick. So I'll talk to everyone once the time-lapse is done.
Millions of people look for the light, dancing around like stars in the sky. And when I was in the dark, I found you. What if the lightning never strikes? And when the rain stops, we'll be dry. When the sun begins to rise, I'll find you. When the night turns to day and the moon starts to fade, will you be there? Will you be there? When the sky turns to gray, will you run? Will you stay? Will you be there? Or will you be there? Right when the love runs out, world turning upside down.
Alright, so this is the last strip of the sorghum harvest. Yeah, definitely won't all fit in the trailer. The trailer's already like 98% full, so I can top it off, but yeah. We'll, I can get all that brought over off camera, though. It's just gonna go probably into the silo. Yeah, probably just into the silo. Oh, there's a tiny bit missed. Missed around the tree as well as on the other side there. I was trying to make it into one strip, and yeah, I ended up missing it, so... ended up... Oh, yep. I hit the wrong button. There we go. I'm kind of curious. I just want to know if I'm going to have to plow this little piece or not. American elm tree. Okay. I'll get these trees cut up probably off camera too. Oh, nice. There's even a little spot of where all the sorghum is. I'll just move that out of the way then. I'll grab all the sorghum that was hiding underneath the tree. Yeah, I'll have to get those cut up and put onto the flatbed. Then the, what, 2 or 3 trees over there. I might take a couple more over there too. I think there's a couple that were kind of in the way a little bit. Yeah. Not a lot of space there. Let's get to the bakery and get, there's probably one more over here maybe. No, there's nothing. Well, I would say that's about everything for today then. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.